This is no nonsense, no fluff, no doubtably the hardest hitting presentation given by a multimillionaire on how to make money in history. Because all the other multimillionaires are lying to you. They're lying to you by talking bullshit. Tai Lopez, if you read books, you'll be rich. Lie. You can read books all day, you're not going to get rich. That's a lie. These other fucking nerds. Think positive, you'll be rich. Another lie. What do you mean? If I read books and I think happy, money appears in my bank? No, it does not. This is garbage. We're cutting the garbage. We're getting down to it with 100 points, 100 business lessons I've learned across my business career. Lesson 1. I've even got a whiteboard for you motherfuckers. That's how hard I've worked on this university project. Whiteboard, markers. Lesson 1. Speed. Now, I tell this to everybody all the time, and nobody understands what I'm trying to say. I'm going to try and articulate it. Speed is extremely important in business. Everything that needs to be done must be done fast. That doesn't mean it has to be done cheap or shit. It means it has to be done quickly. People seem to conflate the two, that if you do something quickly, it must be terrible. That's not the case.
That's an interesting point, by the way. And I want you to really focus on some of the words that are being used, because he says it so fast and so quickly that you might miss it. If you're familiar with the word conflate, that's awesome. If not, you should look it up, because this happens a lot. People sort of mash words into each other, or they have the wrong idea about certain concepts like this. So if I do it fast, it's going to be shit, or it's going to be cheap, or it's going to be low quality, which is not the case at all. So make sure that you pay attention to the way he says things, because it's important. You can do things quickly and very well. In fact, that's the main goal of business and life in general.
When you're a professional fighter, you learn to punch. Your instructor says faster, faster, faster. You learn to punch faster. You don't degrade your punch. You don't start punching like an idiot. You keep the same quality of punch, but you do it quicker. Now, nobody in the world, the modern world especially, and I'm going to say this, a caveat that I've learned across my career as well, especially if you're dealing with creative people in any kind of regard, they don't understand speed. Numbers people kind of understand speed. Creative people don't understand speed. And this is they have a strength and a weakness there. With creative people have something I don't have. They're very creative and they can see things I can't see, but it takes time. I'm the complete opposite. I want everything done straight away now. But speed is super important for a business, and I'm going to tell you why. So whatever you're thinking of doing, whatever the business you're thinking of running, you need to do things quickly. If an airplane, everyone knows how planes work, is flying through the sky, arrow, beautiful demonstration for you there, a beautiful fucking diagram. Even if its engines fail, it will continue to fly. If the engines fail, it will not fall out of the sky and instantly crash to the ground. It will continue to fly. Do you know why? Because it has forward momentum. It's going forward, and that means the wings are creating lift. Air is going underneath the plane. As long as the plane goes forward, it will not fall and fail. And a business is exactly the same. The key with business is to make sure you're always moving forward, always producing content, and always doing everything you can as quickly as possible while maintaining the quality. Do not conflate quality with speed. You can do the same.
Yeah, you made the point again with conflate. I hope you caught that. This is an important point. You don't start out fast at things. Like you said, if you're learning to punch, like you don't start out like lightning fast. You learn it slowly and you learn it the right way. And from there on out, the goal is to be quicker and quicker and quicker to get to lightning speed, but while maintaining good form. Because otherwise, if you want to go quickly and you're throwing shit punches, now you're not gonna hit anything, or if you hit, you're not gonna hit hard, so it won't matter anyway. And in terms of like forward momentum, you've seen this in sports 100 times. Like your favorite team is winning, and it's going towards the end, and now the coach has this brilliant idea. Let's play all defense. Let's fall back and let the opponent come, and let's play defense. Just keep the status quo. And it's like the kiss of death. The second he does it, it's not looking good, Brev. This is gonna go really badly, really soon. It always happens. I think it was Napoleon who said, "The best defense is a good offense," and that's a great quote. Just remember that. Forward momentum, always going forward. Attack, attack, attack.
If you have an idea right now and you have someone you're working with, let's say you need a new website. You tell the company, it's going to take 2 weeks. No, it's not going to take 2 weeks. It's going to take 3 days. We're going to find someone else. We can't do it in 3 days. I'll find someone who can. You can build a good website in 3 days. People have unrealistic, stupid time frames. Everyone thinks things take forever. Things don't take forever. Things can be done quickly. I know, because I've done it. I've pushed people or done it myself and seen what's going to be done. Do you know what I could do in 2 weeks? Me, as a man who knows nothing about web design, in 2 weeks, I could learn web design and build a website. And I know nothing. So how the fuck can you, the guy who knows websites, take 2 weeks to build a fucking website? It's garbage. Everyone is slow. And being slow is deadly to a company for 2 reasons. One, the faster you get things online, the faster you start making money. Now, if you make money today because you were in a rush, let's say you quickly push and you get it online today and you make money. That's one universe. And another universe where it takes a week and you get it online. That week of making money is gone. That money is lost. The longer it takes to get something online, the less money you're going to make as a whole.
What he's talking about is opportunity cost, which is an important concept to understand in business. Every hour that goes by unproductive, that hour is gone. Like, it's never coming back. That's it. We haven't figured out how to go back in time yet, but you have to stop fucking around and fiddling around, and you have to get to work and get something out there. Like, the vast majority of successful products, especially these days, when they're pushed out to the market, sure, they're not perfect, but they're out there. At least there's momentum going on. You're getting results back. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just get it out. Do it now, quickly. Chop, chop.
If I start a company today to the end of my life and start a company next month to the end of my life, the what I start today has been running longer. It's going to generate more money. The quicker things are done, the quicker money is made. It's as simple as that. That's starting a company. Even if a company is already online, speed is super important once again. I'll give you an example. Let's say, producing an advert. The faster you produce an advert, the faster it's out, the faster you get results. If you do it quick enough, you might be able to produce 2 adverts in the time that other people take to produce 1. Now you have double the advertising that other people have. Speed. You have to attack and you have to move quickly. When I talk to people say to me all the time, I have a business idea. I'll say, okay, cool. A week later, I'll say, how's your business? They'll go, what business? You have an idea and it's been a week. Where's your fucking company? Where's your business? It's been a week, you ain't done shit. People are lazy, people are slow, people are complacent, including you. Everything must happen instantly, quickly, fast, speed, attack. Hitler conquered Europe with blitzkrieg. You need to go quickly. I cannot emphasize this enough.
But also life, money in general, like almost everything needs to be forward, needs to be now, fast, not slow. And if you're not familiar with blitzkrieg, Hitler completely overwhelmed the enemy because he was much quicker, much faster. It was a decentralized organization. They're still teaching it in military academies today. So where he fought against an enemy that was very centralized, and every command needed to move across different scales to get to the head guy, and then the head guy would send word back. By the time the guy would send word back, they were already overrun. Like the tanks were already 30 miles ahead. It's all about going forward, attacking quicker, being faster.
Lesson 1, speed is important. Nothing can be slow. I'll tell you another quick story about this lesson. I used to run a company, so you're going to find out about a whole bunch of companies I ran and I've run in my time during this presentation. So my work history is long and varied, but I'll give it to you a very short version. There was a job selling television advertising that required a degree in marketing to sell TV advertising packages. It was cold calling. This is a long time ago. I was 13 years ago. Before email was a thing. You'd get on the phone, you'd call people up, marketing manager, hi, my name's Andrew Tate, I'm calling from TriStar Television, I'm interested in da-da-da-da, are you interested in putting your brand on TV, blah, blah, blah. Old school sales, which anyone, if you've not done a sales job and if you are going to look for a job, do a sales job. Because once you learn to sell, you're going to be all right.
100%. Like, if this is great advice in general. Doesn't matter what job you do right now. If there's any way you can get sales experience, like preferably toes to toes, nose to nose, maybe door to door, maybe telephone sales, doesn't matter. You interacting with another human being, you selling, you picking up that skill, that is so important. That will massively increase your social skills. I mean, your people skills in general, your ability to open people up, your ability to read social situations. It is massively important. It can also make you great money, but in terms of personal growth as a human being, super, super good way to get that done. Sales.
So anyway, I went to apply for this job. They said I needed a degree. I said, I don't need a degree. They're like, why didn't you go to university? I said, because I ain't got 4 years to waste in school. I'd rather get 4 years of experience out here working jobs. I'd rather have real experience and money in my pocket and learn the hard way than go to some school and sit around and drink alcohol and do drugs like all these other university graduates are. I'll work for free for 1 week. And if you don't think I'm good, don't give me the job. That's what I said. I worked for free for a week and they gave me the job because I'm a G. So there you go. That proves how pointless uni is. I got the job above all the graduates because I was prepared to do 1 week's free work. Well, it's better to do 1 week's free work than 4 years free work while paying money to go. The fuck is that? Waste of time. So I got this job at TriStar. I'm there. I break the company sales record in the first month. How? Because I was just on the phone. Hard work. Just calling. I would call everyone. Everyone in the office would laugh at me because we were a real small business. We were really small in terms of television advertising standards. And I would call the companies like McDonald's, like the huge companies that we never stood a chance of getting a deal with in a million years. I'd call everyone, tenacious. I'd get the newspaper and go through it. Anyone who put an advert in, that means they had an advertising budget, means they had a marketing manager, call them. So I broke the company record. In the first month, I landed 3 40 grand deals, 120 grand I brought in, 10% turnover, 10% commission, 12 grand for me. I was 20, got 12 grand. I didn't have never had this kind of money in my fucking life. I couldn't believe it. Turns out the top salesman there, besides me, because I broke the company record for the first month. I didn't break the company record as a total, but just for the first month. The best salesman there was a guy called Dan. You're going to hear about Dan a lot because he taught me a lot about sales and business. He wanted to start his own TV company. So I'd only been there a month. Now I'm having lunch with Dan, the number 2 in the company, and he's saying, I'm going to go start my own TV company. I want to make you a managing director. I've been doing it a month. I'm 20. Now I'm going to be a managing director of this company, but I have 12 grand in the bank, so I have a bit of money to sit on. I'm like, yeah, fuck it. What's the worst that can happen? Fuck it. So I only worked for this company a month and a half before I quit and start my own TV company. I'm 20. I own 50% of a TV advertising agency. Turns out Dan is a massive cocaine addict and basically left me to run the entire company. That's why he wanted me. He wanted me to do everything and him just go out and take the money from the bank and do cocaine. So at 20, I ran the entire company. Now for a year and a half, this company functioned. And this company functioned by selling the cheapest television advertising that ever existed. So what we would do was, let's say we would charge people 19,000 pounds, and that would include a fully produced advertisement from start to finish, and their airtime on TV, and all the legalities to get them on TV. You have to go through the advertising standards, everything.
It's interesting. Something that you have to notice, because you might miss this by going into the specifics, but this is the second time he gives an example where he achieves a breakthrough by doing something that's unique. Like the first one, might have missed it, but when he was at the job interview, first of all, he reframed the whole university thing by saying, why would I, sit for 4 years and drink alcohol and pay for it? And then he made a unique offer, which was, I'll work for you for free for a week. If you don't like it, I'll leave. No other applicant will make that offer. You stand out. You're unique. It's ballsy. It's a guarantee. It's something that no one else will do. And now we're going into a new story about the new business. And he specifically says the reason it works is because, and then comes an offer, which is unique. Again, like no one else can do this. There's always like a gap in the market. It's either high price, low price, guarantee, doing something your competition won't do, can't do, hasn't thought of doing. And you add it into the mix and you create something unique, which makes you stand out amongst your competitors.
That was a complete package with like 150 adverts on TV for like 18 grand. And we're calling people on the phone, me and Dan. Eventually we hired Tristan, ended up with like 10 members of staff, cold calling the world, promising television advertising at this price. Now, how does this all link back to lesson 1, speed? I'll tell you how. Because on an 18 or 19 grand package, we were only making 2 grand, 3 grand. We weren't making any money on it. In fact, a lot of the deals we were losing money or breaking even. But we were just trying to build up a customer base. We were just going into meetings saying, here's our clients, and showing a list of clients. People were like, how the fuck these young guys got all these clients?
Very important point again. If you don't have anything to show for your efforts, like if you can't show any past clients, any past work, that is something that you need to get out there ASAP. And the best way to do it is either you start doing it for free, something that is taught in the freelance campus, or like this, you take massive action, you start getting out there, you start sort of putting your name on the board getting some results in. When you have a track record, when you have a portfolio, when you can point towards, like, I'm working with this guy, I did that for this person, the selling process becomes a lot easier. If you graduate as a surgeon, no one wants to be your first patient, trust me.
They must be some kind of young marketing geniuses. That's what people thought we were, but really we were just selling it too cheap. So we had all these clients. So how did we stay alive for a year and a half before it finally blew up in our face? Speed. We were robbing Peter to pay Paul. So we were getting money in. I bought a brand new car. Dan had a brand new car. We had this big fancy office. We're paying wages, but we didn't have the money. So how do you pay to put the person on TV? Well, you get a new deal. You get a new deal. You get a new deal. So you're paying for old deals with new money. But the key was, as long as we kept the speed going, as long as we kept the speed, as long as we kept pushing forward, we were never out of business. We didn't even need to make profit. We just needed to get money. If you can just find a way to get money into the bank, you don't even need profit. We were doing 2 deals a week. In our first year, we turned over nearly £1 million. I'm 20. I've got £1 million business. But there was no profit. It was just land a new deal so we can put the old deal up on TV.
I mean, this is very similar to what I experienced, and you'll hear this a lot. Like, ideally, every single deal, every single client will make you a good profit, and like the profit curve is like upwards. Like it's easy going, it's steady, and you get there. In the real world, things aren't ideal ever at all. So you're going to run into deals that you maybe misquoted, or that you thought were going to be more profitable and they aren't, or you get payment is delayed, or whatever. Stuff is going to show up. Again, the only way to overcome that is not being dependent on one thing and just keep pushing for the next. Money in, money in. That should be the mantra.
And eventually you get deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into the hole. So it gets to the point where you owe shitloads of money, which is what happened. Now, this business would have still lasted another 2-3 years. And this business, I learned a very valuable lesson in, which we're going to come to later. We're going to come back to this business, so pay attention. But I learned a really important lesson in this business. But this business would have lasted another 3 or 4 years, except I took a 1-month holiday to go training kickboxing in Thailand. I was still training at the minute. I wasn't a world champion by then, but I was still a professional fighter. I was training. I took a 1-month holiday. During my holiday, Dan just did shitloads of coke from the company bank account, just emptied the company bank account. No deals were landed, and it all blew up in our stupid faces. Law, fucking court cases, everyone taking us to court. I was 20. When you're young, you're scared of things. There's bailiffs at the door. We've lost our office. I was literally sitting there. I couldn't sleep. I was panicking. I didn't know what to do. Everything fucking blew up in our stupid faces.
Yeah, almost every successful guy I know has a story like this, where things just completely fall apart. Like, they come apart at the seams, and it feels like it's hopeless. But I had the same thing happen to me. Someone stole $250,000 from me, wrecked me at the time, like completely, wiped me out. Looking back, blessing in disguise, taught me a lot of lessons, made me more creative, made me more resistant to adversity, more stress resistant. That was awesome. Like, in the moment, it's not going to feel awesome. Looking back, it's going to be awesome. So it doesn't really help if you're in trouble now, but trust me, in a couple months, couple years, you'll look back at this time and you'll be happy that you went through it. Even though you're not happy now, maybe, if you're into shit. But you'll get out. You'll survive.
If I could go back in time and I didn't take that 1-month holiday, and I would have kept it running for another 3 or 4 years, and if I knew then what I know now, some of the other lessons I'm going to teach you, this would have made me a millionaire at 20 years old. So, speed. If you are moving fast, you cannot fail. The name of this company was T2 Television. T2. T2 Television proves speed wins. Get the money in. Get a deal. Produce the advert. Get it out. Get someone else in. Get money. Now, speed. No, we can't wait. When's the meeting? Oh, next Wednesday. No, it's not next Wednesday. It's tomorrow. Tell them we'll go there tomorrow. They can only travel to us next Wednesday. We'll go to them tomorrow. We have to close the deal now. Money, 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 money now. Speed. I cannot emphasize this enough because it is my entire business philosophy. If I had to give you one important point, this is the reason this is the first point. Speed. And everybody is slow. And if you start to work like me, you'll realize everyone's slow, and that's okay. But things must happen quickly. It's extremely important.
So let's talk quickly about what we learned in this video, in this lesson. Tate talks about speed. And one of the first things that we encountered when we went into the lesson is how important it is to be precise in language. People conflate stuff all the time, get this wrong idea where speed is supposed to be either cheap or shit quality, or you suffer from whatever adverse effects of doing things quickly. That's bullshit. You can do great work and you can do it fast. And you need to do it fast because you're competing against people that are slow, which is great. Makes competition a whole lot easier, trust me. Another thing is that you need to be unreasonable. All the world around you is built on principles of slowness, different like shades of slow. So you got like government people who are usually really, really, really slow. And then you got private sector, but still the wages are really slow. You need to be like a different kind of animal. And that means you're going to be unreasonable. And that means you can't do things the way that they have always been done. If you couple massive action with something like a unique offer, what makes you stand out, can be a guarantee, can be low price, can be high price, whatever your competition isn't willing to do. A quick caveat before I go on, because every single one of you is going to think, oh, low price, so I got a discount? No, you don't have to do fucking discount. Don't discount. Something that's unique, guarantee, extra service, better service, more service. If you couple that with massive action, you're golden. You're going to sign a whole lot of deals very quickly. And then lastly, every single one of the successful people that I know have ran into adversity, and that's absolutely fine. That it's going to happen. A bad day is coming, and that's just fine. Like for now, if you're not in that situation now, rejoice. It's awesome. And if you're in that situation now, it's awesome as well, because now you get to go through it, get to be put through the gauntlet, forged in the fire. And looking back, I can guarantee you're going to look back at it thinking, yeah, that was, I wouldn't really want to go through it again. But the fact that I went through it, that I made it through, made me a better man, which is awesome. Overall, speed, get money in, get going, needs to be fast. Results need to be now. Massive action that will save you from a whole lot of problems that normies run into.